Hello, today I'd like to talk to you about defending against this line of the king pawn opening as black. White's heading for something we might call the Italian game or the Gioco Piano. I'm not going to let them do it, I don't think. The Gioco Piano is the line you get if you continue with this move, bishop to c5, which can be fine. I mean, if white follows up with a move like c3 or even b4, this is an exciting open game of the sort that you probably enjoy. However, you can't rely on your opponent to do that. They quite often play a move like d3, and then perhaps even worse, will follow up with a move like knight to c3, and it's very hard to keep this game interesting, and actually it's not always that safe. Looks solid, doesn't it? But it's difficult, this position. It's stodgy and yeah, don't do that. What I'd like to see you play is the two knights defence with knight to f6. I'll give a very quick introduction now to the different lines, and there's more detail if you need it later on. So the first one is, and the good news for black is that if white plays knight to c3 in this position, this is line A we're going to look at, which is A for awful. You can play a trick by playing knight takes e4, and if knight takes e4 then d5. You haven't given up a piece, and you've now got nice free fine development, and I think you've got every chance of looking forward to playing the rest of the game in a much better sort of position than old stodge. Instead, white can play rather boringly with d3, and this is hard to keep interesting. But I'm going to suggest you play bishop to e7, and then on your next moves, just castle, and maybe play d6, and then what we're going to do is we're going to chase around with the knight and hopefully get rid of this bishop on b5 on c4, so that we can play our pawn from f7 to f5, and again I think you've got a more interesting game than old stodge. C is for cheeky. The move knight to g5, and I recommend that you stop the attack on f7 with a move like d5, and after e takes d5 we're going to sacrifice a pawn, or rather we're going to buy some development and attack with a pawn with a move like b5, when you're quite likely to get takes on b5 and queen takes d5. Lastly, the move I recommend for white in this position is d4, and if you're black, take it, and if white castles, take the other pawn, and if white hits your knight, play d5, and that should give you easy enough development and a more open, exciting game than old stodge. To a large extent, that may be all you ever need to know about two knights defence. Your opponents might not know it so well. They might not play it so well, but as and when you come to play opponents who know more about the lines and have got a pet line against the two knights defence, and you need to look things up, or you find this not as easy to play as I've just suggested, then go to the other videos, learn a little bit more about the lines, and then you can go back and play, I hope, with confidence. So that's the two knights defence. More detail if you need it.